to another episode of Let's Talk About It. Charlie, if you haven't subscribed, please hit on that subscription button and click on the bell close to it so that you get notified whenever I post a video, okay? Thank you all so very much. So today I want us to talk about something very important and real quick, so let's get started. So some few weeks ago I posted the video on how I dealt with my parents' divorce, and a lot of you could relate to it so interestingly, and somebody asked me a question and I thought it would be worth talking about it so we all learn. Okay, so the question was, how have you been coping with your parents' new partners? I'm like, okay, so first of all, nobody prepares you for this. Nobody even prepared you for that divorce, so it's quite an interesting question. And though I am not some know-it-all person, I've experienced this, so I think I have the authority to talk about it. Okay, so first of all, I want you to understand that your parents are lonely dealing with a divorce. They are perhaps depressed and going through a lot that you have no idea, and it is very much important for you to be open-minded in this situation, because your actions and inactions affect whatever they are going through. So it's very much important to be open-minded, and then you have to know that this isn't about you. Okay, it's not about you, it's their life. In as much as you love them and you guys are family and all that, you all have your individual lives to live. Okay, and I do not think that you would be very happy if your mom or your dad interferes in your romantic relationship and tries to approve or disapprove who you should date. I don't think you would be happy with it. So in the same vein, I think that you have to try and be very much understanding, and do not say, I approve of this one, I do not approve of this one. It is not in your place to. It is in your place to support them. Okay, they are responsible for their happiness, and so if they think that this man or this woman will make me happy, support it. Okay, if you are having difficulties supporting them or liking that person, I think that you should do this. Avoid the people. For instance, honestly, I do not like who my mom is dating. I don't like him, and so I try to avoid him, because I know that it's not in my place to like or dislike him and be blowing my trumpet and singing the melody of I don't like him or I like him or no, my mom doesn't need that. And so I avoid him. I avoid conversations about him. If he's here, I'm there. I don't want to see his face, and it's not because of anything personal. I just have my own reservations which I have voiced out. Okay, so it's up to my mom to take it or not to take it. This whole adulting thing is hard, and I cannot add somebody's troubles to mine. Be it my parents, my sibling, my friend, I can't add your trouble to my own. And so the best thing I can do is to support you. Okay, and I'm saying this because I feel like I don't need a second parent, I don't need a second mother, I don't need a second father. The ones I have safe, sometimes I forget of their existence, honestly. And so I do not see them as parent figures. I see them as, oh, my mom's partner, oh, my dad's partner, and it works for me. I do not think that it is, when you begin to see them as replacement for your parents, that's where the trouble lies. And then you realize that you tend to be a bitch. Excuse me. So it's very much important to know that, see, the memories your parents have created on the impressions they've created on you cannot be replaced. Memories cannot be replaced, and so don't see them as they're coming to replace my mom or they're coming to replace my dad. It makes it very comfortable, and also be welcoming. Okay, as I said earlier, if you don't like them, avoid them, but be welcoming. Talk to them if you have to. Be nice. They are human. Okay, be nice to them. But it's very important to avoid certain conversations with them. Okay, my mom, when she was in the early stage of the divorce, it's been years. When she was in the early stage and she started dating, she wanted me to know all the people she was talking to. Some I didn't really like because she ended up giving my number to them, and so you are there, no, they just want to be nice, and then it was too much for me. But I tried. There was a time I had to go on a date with my mom and one guy she was seeing, and I chose a public place. I didn't want to go, but I didn't tell her. I just went with the vibe, and we went to sit at Nando's. You know, Nando's is very open, and so we went to sit at Nando's. And I chose a public place because I didn't want an enclosed area where when the conversation becomes awkward, I wouldn't have anything else to do. So I wanted a public place where I can focus my attention and feed my eyes with something else when the conversation becomes awkward. So I started asking this man questions. So how did you meet? Do you have kids? Do you love my mom? And I realized it was getting uncomfortable, so I had to stop it. So I think that some of these questions are very much unnecessary. In as much as you want to protect your parents, I do not think that you have to ask them some of these questions, okay? And then I would also say that it's very important to avoid the situation where your parent has to choose between you or their new partners. It's awkward. I mean, how long can you even be there for your mom? She's or your dad, he or she is going to spend the rest of their 30-40 years left on earth alone? No. And even if you want to be there for them, there are days that you also have to be there for you. And so it's very much important to avoid having them choose between you and their partners. Make them happy by supporting their choices, okay? And if you have a worry, I think that it's very much important to state it privately and politely, and don't go over and over and over. I think that once is okay, all right? I remember my mom was seeing someone. I didn't like him because I saw so many things that were off about him. And you know, when people are in love, they don't really see these things. It's like there's some skill be covering their eyes. They can't see anything. Love is blind indeed. And I felt like this person is taking advantage of her. This person has realized how vulnerable she is and is trying to play on that vulnerability. But she didn't see it that way, and I kept on. And we had a fight. For like 2 months we didn't talk. And I was like, oh, okay, I ain't talking about this one again. So it's out of experience that I'm telling you that if you have a worry, don't say it more than once. Like politely and diplomatically. That's the word I was looking for in my head. Diplomatically is very important for you to go about it that way. So yeah, there are so many things, but let me not bore you with a long vlog as usual. Let's keep it short. If your parent is, if you have divorced parents, or you have your parents are going through some sort of bereavement, I haven't gone through the bereavement part, but I think that if they are going through divorce, they need all the support that they can get from their children, especially when they are adults like us. We ought to be understanding and loving for them. Okay, so I'll see you in my next vlog. Don't forget to comment, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and thank you so very much for watching. I love you all. My name is Nanama. You can follow me on Instagram. It's Nanama Anderson. Bye.